Decluttering can be uncomfortable and I can lose focus, so I apply this only one question to get a clear answer what to let go of. After decluttering and tidying up, I will share some homemaking. If you wish to be a member on this channel, this is how you can join. There are 3 separate tiers and you can pick and choose which one you want. This will not change anything here on the channel. This is just an additional feature. I have some behind the scenes videos and other videos that are ad-free at the membership. Do you have a hard time to make decisions? What to keep and what to declutter? Do you want to know a solution that can help you along the way as you declutter your home? After trying so many different methods, but you end up with the same problem, you can't decide. Well, here's one single question that can help you to declutter your whole entire home, and it will simplify the process. Before, I was making decisions based on focusing what I want to keep, and I tried many other methods. This actually answers more specifically on an item that it's unclear if I want to keep, especially if you have a creative mind, if you see the potential, basically creating the reason why you want to keep the item. You just have to ask yourself, will I create a problem in my home with this item? And I will walk you through my thought process as I'm asking this question as I'm decluttering. Now that we have all the shoes and coats in the laundry room, this entryway is simplified specifically for the friends who are coming over. I have a curtain that I purchased a few years ago and I didn't use it for various reasons, but I kept it because I thought I can use it for something else like a tablecloth, but then I realized it's going to cause me just more problem to store and it's not going to serve the original purpose, so I need to adjust. So that just creates more job for me just to keep this item. Adjusting, storing item that I didn't need on the first place. I'm just trying to be creative and repurpose. And sometimes it's nice to repurpose things and it can work well, but most of the time it saves me from the problems that comes with that.
For all in this, I stand alone.
I also had some extra salt lamps that I used to use a lot. Now I just have in each bathroom. The light bulb in it goes out very quickly, so it's kind of high maintenance on that side. It is heavy, so when I clean, I have to lift up a heavy item. It just caused me more problem than joy or purpose. So are the few ones that I use. They are very useful, but all the rest are just causing problem. As we choose items, sometimes we make mistakes, and as we try to cover our mistakes, we try to find another purpose for this item, creating more problems for our everyday routine, adding to our to-do list with a constant reminder since we're pushing it around. When I'm shopping, I ask this question to myself: will it create me more problem? How easy is to clean that? And usually that's a very good indication too as well, to leave something in the store. It's just how easy to maintain, how easy to clean, and will it cause me more problem in my everyday life? Sometimes I have to go to trial and error as I'm figuring things out, how to simplify or use items that are actually helpful. But it's a good indication to start with how much maintenance this item needs, how much attention it needs.
Honestly don't. I should be the last to know.
I love red glasses so much, and I was happy to find these on Amazon, and it stated that it's colored in the glass. Well, it's not. It's just a coat on it, so it's not safe to use any hot food. So the purpose is to put some food in there. I will keep 2 for decor purpose, but all the rest is just going to cause me problem because I have to do a hand washing with them, and I cannot use for the purpose that I ordered for, so it's causing a problem. For these projects, I used to make some candle, but I had to reevaluate my time. I rather to paint, and I don't have any of those wax sheet, and I don't think I'm going to make candles, so I'm going to let it go. So it doesn't occupy my brain. What should I do with this instead of just having a natural urge to do and create something? This would be just a forced craft. So I will let it go, and instead of that I'm going to paint. If I want to do any skincare in the future with some bee wax, I have some in my pantry in a jar, but I don't need that many. A very unusually clean kitchen, but you buy the ants. I have to keep an eye on everything because of the ants. This was important to me at some point when I was creating sweets for my boys, but now they are older, they eat more. It is unrealistic to make that many candy and wrap them separately. So even though it was once important, it is completely useless now and just creates more problem for me if I keep it. Another problem that can come with clutter is the negative feelings, because every time we see it, it reminds us that we have to do something about it. Either we have to use it or we have to put it away. That's a problem that I don't want to come across with multiple times a day. With some of the pieces I have in my closet, I love how they look, so that's why I want to keep them. The shirt is too short, so I always have to wear something underneath. These pants have a short design but a very thick fabric, not a good combo. I'm gonna let go of those problems as well. There are a few things I want to get done on the afternoon, and one of them is to prepare some breakfast for the next couple of days. Well, breakfast or as just a snack, I am going to prepare some coconut milk first, just using some coconut flakes and hot water. Using a nut bag to make that milk, and interestingly, if you add a pinch of salt to this coconut milk, it will taste a little bit sweeter. Today I'm going to use white chia seeds. For 2 cups of coconut milk, I'm going to add half a cup of chia seed. Mix it very well and let it sit a little bit. I'm adding a little bit of a maple syrup, but not too much, because once when we're going to eat that's when we add the coconut sugar on the top. I have a little bit of a leftover coconut milk, which I will use up very shortly. All the coconut flakes that are left over from making the coconut milk, I will dry them in the oven and then grind them, and that's how I'm going to have some coconut flour.
The water's rising, the dam is breaking in. It was bound to happen.
I love these little jars, and the reason I love them because it has a glass top, so it doesn't absorb any taste from the food. So right after I use to store some onion in there, I can use it for something that it's sweet. Yep, the answers are back, but I'm just going to remove this box. Everything else is sealed except these powders, so I have to look through what it's left and what they climbed into. Oh guys, this end situation is not looking good. But at least I got lucky to spot them, because I originally wanted to drink some golden milk, and that's why I went there for. It's a nice snack on the afternoon, and since I have this coconut milk, I'm going to use some of it just to make that golden milk, and it contains all the ingredients that it needs in there. It has a little bit of a pepper as well, so your body can absorb it better. A quick snack before the boys get home. I am going to make them some smoothie, but before that I like to take a little bit of a quiet time and just have something delicious like this artichoke. For the smoothies, if we don't have any frozen vegetable at home, I like to use this powdered green mixture. I like to use kale as well, dried kale, because they don't have a prominent taste and it's mostly sweet. And for now, I'm going to use some pitaya powder and some spirulina and blueberry powder. And I added a little bit of a maple syrup and 2 scoops of the gelatin powder, and I'm using up all the leftover coconut milk, hemp seed and 2 bananas. A little studio time, but this time I'm not going to be creating. I'm actually going to do some cleanup because I haven't done it for a very long time, and I'm telling you, there are lots of bugs in there. I'm going to do some vacuuming, sweeping, dusting, organizing, just to make it a little bit more welcoming when I wanna create. I'm also looking into options how I can simplify things here and decluttering a little bit, moving furnitures a little bit, just to see efficiency can be improved a little. And I like to free up space on the table as much as possible. I feel like I wanna sit down and just paint, but I have to wrap up all the leftover organizing because in the last couple of months I was just working in here and everything just stayed out on the table, and I need to look through what I wanna keep. I don't like to use aluminum foil when I cook, so I'm going to cover it with a parchment paper, and for a weight I'm going to add a silicone mat, and that will work perfectly. Since I spent a big chunk of time on the afternoon in the studio, I'm going to do a simple dinner. We had some spaghetti meat left over. I just turned that into a lasagna, and I'm going to also grind the coconut flakes and make it into a coconut flour. I don't like to use a lot of coconut flour because it's very dry, but sometimes it's very good to add to a gluten-free baking, just 1 or 2 tablespoons, and that amount it's just perfectly enough for me, and I don't have to buy them for years because the way I'm making the milk, I can create my own flour. So the spaghetti meat with the sauce, I added 2 extra jars of tomato sauce to this lasagna, and obviously I added the noodle that it comes with that, and I'm going to top that with some dairy-free cheese. But once it's done, because it just melts quicker than any other cheese that has dairy in there. After dinner, I am going to tackle the freezer just a little bit. I have some bigger containers that have less stuff in there, so I'm going to put them into a smaller container. And I have a really good system, especially for the top drawer. It's very easy to find things, and finally I'm figuring out the amount that I need. I baked some bread as well, and I separate the slices with some wax paper, so it's easy to get them out without even removing the whole entire box. Also, we switched from morning to the night routine to make a green smoothie. Banana has lots of magnesium in there, so it helps with the sleep, and it just fills out the space in two teenagers' stomach, whatever space left in there after dinner. Lately, I've been making a lot of sushi and bibimbap because I find this is the easiest way for the boys to eat in the school very fast, and I can put things in there that they would not eat separately. Even further, I find a very good method to make it a little bit faster and bigger. I have some seaweed snacks that came in a square container, so I have the perfect size of the seaweed. I'm just going to layer it with the rice and whatever you want to put in there. I added some canned salmon mixed with some mayo, cucumbers and carrots. This is really fast and easy to make, and it tastes delicious. It's very juicy. You can switch up the ingredients as you like. I set aside some for myself for lunchtime.
If you were at sea, I just wanna say that I feel.
And what is left now, I have to clean up. But I love my decluttered home in a way of it's a very easy to function and get things done. It's easy to clean, easy to put things back. That doesn't mean I put things back right away, but it's easy to do the reset. And I just love this method that I've been using just to reevaluate what causing more of a problem than a solution or a joy. I just really have to think about that fact, and I hope you will try that too when you declutter. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if so, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and see you in the next video next Saturday at 6 a.m. Bye!
Never